This podcast contains sexual content, strong language, and some compromising situations. Damsel discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to Damsels Never Finish. On this episode, we will be discussing Level Up by Kathy Yardley. This book was chosen by Tia, and joining us today, we have myself, Brenda, we have Angel, Dominique, and Kat. And let's start off with a brief overview of the book, and then we can get into our thoughts on the story and main characters. Tessa Rodriguez is a nerdy gamer girl and software engineer with dreams of creating her own video game and making a name for herself in the industry. But breaking into a predominantly male-driven field might be the most challenging game yet. When Tessa enters a contest in an effort to save her friend's business, she enlists the help of her coworker and roommate Adam London to create the most epic fandom game ever. But working so close together has seen her seeing Adam in a whole new light. Tall, dark, and handsome, and a fellow nerd to boot. It's no surprise when the spark of fire ignites. But while the attraction between them is strong, is it worth jeopardizing everything she worked for in her career for just a possible fling? Or could they take this relationship to the next level? Let's find out.
All right, you guys ready
Said
to
the
do
word.
this? Like when the movie says the title of the movie
Exactly.
in the movie.
They finally got to it. Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Welcome, ladies. Welcome all. How are you guys doing tonight?
Woo! Feeling good.
Great.
I got my gamer earrings on.
Cute.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
On. Oh man,
There's
I've got
a-
my. Well, it's not an anime. It's just a nerdy shirt.
Adventure
I mean,
Time.
that's nerd Adventure Time. Very nerdy.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
good.
got my nerdy
Sailor
shirt.
Moon,
I got
nerdy.
Sailor Moon
I
on.
didn't do Nice.
Yeah.
Old school.
Like,
I
nerd.
didn't even think of doing
Hold
that.
on. Hold on.
Jewelry.
Is it Zelda?
Oh,
there we go.
That's the adventure part. The gam thing.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it is from Zelda.
The
Yeah.
sprinkle potion.
There you
I've
go.
got
There
nerdy
you go.
stuff
Nice.
behind me.
Kat's
We're all
doing
just
nerdy
making
stuff
sure
right now.
that everyone on the internet knows that this is a book for us, that we are also nerds.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I'm a different kind of nerd, but
Oh, I got my Xbox controller right here.
Oh, there you go.
nice.
There you go. Boom. Look at that. Look at like my
This
earrings.
old school one. This is the wired one. We put it used for the computer.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, very good. I'm gonna do some nerd gaming tonight. All right, girls, let's get into this book. All right, so we're gonna start discussing the main character, female character, Tessa. Give us your thoughts, and if you would drop your hanky for her. And I'm gonna start with Dominique. You weren't
Okay.
ready.
You don't call on me first.
Sometimes I do. I like to switch it
You
up.
shake it up. You shake
Yeah,
it up.
Shake it
so
up.
I'm
I would
nonconformist.
not.
Keep them guessing.
I'm just a blood type personality thing.
Oh my god, bringing the podcast people into the story.
Speaking of nerds and
side
anime.
note, guys, did you know like Japanese culture, they have connection to personality and your blood type. So look up what your blood type is and the personality traits for that, because that's what we did last night.
And
I
then
was-
argue with your friends. And that's
I was
that's
big
a fun
into
time.
K-pop scene, so this was something that I knew about like a long time ago, and I was just like, why do they like really need to know? So I had to like do my research and find out.
Yes.
It's fun.
So fun thing to do.
Yes.
But Tessa, so I would not drop my handkerchief for Tessa.
Why you
kidding.
don't love your fellow nerdy girls?
I
Wow.
do, and I respect her grind and what she was trying to do and get
For
far
sure.
and be taken seriously. Every once in a while, though, I was just like, Tessa, what you doing? Like, every once in a while, I just feel like, what are you doing? Like when she went to the guys and tried to beg them, to do the 2-day or whatever long, like the short.
Speaking of Sailor
short
Moon,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. The short deadline, game, make a whole game. Well, a 3-4 level game I think they ended up doing
Mhm.
in that very short period of time. And it was just like, she was just like, come on guys, come on. I'm like, these guys had like no reason to say yes to her. They had
Right.
no
She's
buy-in.
not a good
and she didn't-
negotiator, yeah.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
she-
She's a very bad
and she was just
negotiator.
like, come on, I need you. And they were just
Yeah.
like,
And they're
Wow.
like, oh.
They were asking very important questions and
They
giving
were.
her like very valid feedback, and she would just like it's because I'm a girl, isn't it? Yes.
Right.
So-
I did think that they actually did have valid feedback, which I think was fair. I do
Well,
Yeah,
appreciate
except for
the
the
writing.
one dude whose name I don't know, who was just like
Abraham.
angry. Yeah.
Abraham, who's
Who's
just
a-
like he's just a meat sack. He's just
the
they keep describing him as just like
embodiment
a
of like
big
every guy that
bodybuilder.
came into GameStop and just didn't think girls like knew about games. It would go straight for the dude. That's like him.
Yeah.
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 But he even had valid points. Like when he bought up stuff, he was like, we should use this. And she was just like, no. He was like, no, this would be better to use this. And she was just like,
Well, he didn't say it like that. He's like, it's gonna be better, okay?
yeah, he was
was
an
a dick.
asshole about it.
Than your shit. And
I
she's
feel like
like,
they're like nerds don't know how to communicate with like people, regular people,
Yeah.
so they don't know how to like speak.
yeah,
to
we
each
actually
other.
don't talk to any other people than just us in this group.
We
Just
have
so
our
the
own
rest of the
language.
podcast-
We do
so,
have our
like-
own language, but we do know how to speak to regular
Yes.
people, the normies,
Yes.
the normies.
Yeah,
The
that's why we
normies.
have a 9 to
the
5.
muggles.
Right.
Exactly. They don't know.
Muggles.
But so there every once in a while, it's just like, what are you doing? And then like I don't know if she really would have backed out, but almost wanted to back out, like dressing up as Sailor Moon. I'm like, they did all this for free for you. Like they literally
Yeah,
For
their
come on
free.
now.
they spent their PTO days.
They
took their
did.
PTO days off and just
They really
and I'm
did.
sure they probably like enjoyed it somewhat because they like what they do, but still
Right.
they dedicated time to you for nothing other than just to do it. And it was just like, girl, you better pony up. You better pony up, put that Sailor Moon outfit
Right,
on.
exactly,
Go out
yeah.
that door. Like, get on out that door. And so, like, there was a couple of times where I was just like, I got her point, but it was like, it's almost like she was so ready to fight all the time. It was like, this is actually not a fight, though. So
Yeah.
it would just be like, she would just be so ready to argue sometimes about stuff where, like, I got the struggle, but sometimes it was like, girl, this is not the struggle part right here. Like, what are you
Like,
doing?
choose your
I
battles.
think part of the feedback that she got from Adam was that she needed to learn how to open up to people and make friends and kind of get more comfortable, because when you work on a team, like she wants to do for her promotion, you have to be able to talk and be around other people. And she kind of
Right.
was like self-isolating, even
Mhm.
like before she met the girls
Right.
that she was trying to help.
Mhm.
Exactly. So it was just like, I was like, come on, girl.
She had one friend that she Skyped
Yeah.
or
Annie,
Zoomed
yeah.
or whatever.
Long
Yeah.
distance friend only.
Yeah.
I mean, which I
So-
have an internet friend that I've known for longer than my son, so
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
and we've
That's
never
totally
met in
legit.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, internet friends are totally legit. Nothing's wrong with them, but sometimes you do have to be sociable,
You got to push yourself to make outside friends, especially if you want to
yeah.
go anywhere in the workplace. Like you
Yeah.
especially on a
Yep.
team. Especially on
Right.
a team.
gotta.
So there was just stuff like that. I would just be like, girl. So, or even like when she got mad at Adam for bringing Rachel in to like convince the guys. And like again, I got her point in some part, but it's also like you brought nothing to the table for these guys to like spend all this time. And so even Rachel was just like, "Oh, thank you." She knew what she was doing.
She
Thank
did.
you guys.
She did.
100%.
She
She
saw
knew
the
how to
look
play the
in
game.
the guys.
100%. She's like, I know how to manipulate a nerd.
Right.
Come on
And
now,
it is
let's
what
go.
it is. It
I
It
mean,
is what
a
it
guy,
is.
not even a nerd. Anybody.
Yeah.
A nerd,
guy.
yes, a man.
She
like,
was
come on now.
fine.
Yeah.
She came with her assets.
Yeah.
Okay.
She know what she got. She was using what
And
she
that's
got.
literally what Adam was trying to say. He was like
And
arguing,
she's
like
she's
she.
pimping my friend out, and he was like, "Whoa!" And he
What?
apologized, which is like, I mean, like, cool.
He, that was,
you know?
which is overly nice.
Yes,
Adam's
'cause
a
it's
really
like,
nice guy,
I felt like she
honestly.
was blowing up at this man, and like
Sometimes he was
out
too
here saying,
nice.
"Girl, get naked" or something in front of these guys. Like it was like,
She volunteered and it was her
much.
idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that he
So-
called
And it
her
was a
out and
good
was like,
idea.
wait a minute, you're doing this same thing.
Right, and if anything,
Right.
Adam was like, my friends are like really susceptible to hot ladies. So, and she's like, bet done. Like, you
Right,
know,
we're
like
trying to
it's
get
so
this
easy.
game- Do you want the
I need this
game
game
made
to
or
be done.
not? Trying to
Okay,
get
anything
this
for my
game.
house. I'm about to
So-
lose my house over this. Let's go.
Right. Like we
Yeah.
got what we gotta do.
Right.
So I would just like stuff like that where I was like, she was fighting when I was like, you don't even need to fight on this.
Mm.
And so every once in a while she would annoy me, but I respected her, you know, her drive and her wanting to be taken seriously and her even having developed something on the side. And that's why she wanted to use it at first, but it was like, this is going to take too long. Like, put your pride to the side for a second. And like, so I respected her grind and her hustle for sure. But every once in a while, I just like, girl, you like fighting nobody. Like you're fighting for no
Mhm.
reason at this point. So like, save this.
Sometimes
the
we can be
fight.
our own enemies, you know?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Holding ourselves
Absolutely.
back.
So I think
For sure.
sometimes she was like that, and so that was, and it made her to be unlikable sometimes, especially
Mhm.
because for the most part, besides Abraham, everybody was really nice in this book. Like Everybody
Well,
was
except for the one girl that didn't want to sit with her
Oh,
because she
I
didn't know
know.
her.
I know.
And she only chose to sit with her because she's like, well, Adam told me that I need to like be friendlier, so let me just go find a random person to try to pretend to be friendly so that I
Well,
can move up in my career.
I did kind of like
I
the
don't even remember
interaction
that.
too, because the reason why she decided to sit with her, because she's like, ooh, a girl. And so, like, yeah, like you assume that other girls are going to be like, hey, we should also be friends because we're the only girls. We should band
Right.
together. But, like, I
Now
think
you're a
the kinda-
stranger.
Right, exactly. I
right.
think the point of that was like to show her that she is choosing to isolate herself amongst
Yeah.
like a specific group instead of trying to make friends with just random employees. She's trying to stick to what she knows, and that's
Or
keeping her in her
a
own
person
box.
that's going to be on the team that she wants to be in.
But she wasn't on the team that she was
But
going to
she
be in.
wanted to be, so she knows who those players are. So like at least try
Go
to
to
like
them,
build a rapport up with
Yeah,
them.
but I thought it was funny, and I think that it made sense, like that she was just an ass because it
Oh,
made
I'm
her
not
have
mad
to do
at the
that. I
girl
think that
for
was really
doing it.
funny.
I understand why it was there, but that was proving more to the point that she
Right.
just was doing
She was-
thing for her own interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
And the
not
other girl knew.
authentically.
She was just like,
Did you want something?
bye.
She was real for that. She's like, I don't know what this is, and I don't agree to it. I'm leaving.
Exactly. I'm out. Like, I like
She's
that
like, good
too.
luck with that. Bye.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. But
Yeah, I did like that.
But I did like the characters in the book and everything, and I like Tessa too. I did like Tessa. But I just wouldn't drop my handkerchief for her, and that's why. So every once in a while she was a little frustrating.
As you know, sometimes we all can be.
Mm-hmm.
We're all a bit crazy here. That's why we're here. And speaking of crazy, let's hear what Brenda thought about it.
Oh.
So all I teach.
You did the crazy face, crazy eyes.
Like
I honestly
this
thought you were
smile.
gonna say me, so
Oh.
we're all
No,
crazy.
we were talking
here.
about blood types yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
Crazy blood.
I do think I really like Tessa actually. Would I drop my handkerchief for Tessa? I don't know. Like I like the idea of liking Tessa. Like, do I think that she would be fun in a tumble? I don't know. I feel like she could. I feel like that's why I want to lean yes, because I feel like she would probably be fun to bang. But I don't know if we could hang out all the time. Like we would not date at all. Like we would bang one
Dominic
time.
almost choked on her water.
I'm just saying, I just
guys.
feel like we would hang out and I think it'd be fun, but I would never, and then we'd one night stand and I would be actually her worst nightmare in this roommate situation. Like we would never be friends again. It would be so awkward for the rest of the year that she'd have to live with me. So like this would not end well between me and Tessa.
I don't think that you would be attracted enough to her to want to bang that one time. Like there's not enough curiosity about her to wonder like how it would be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you say so.
Well, apparently she looked amazing in that Sailor Moon outfit. So
Yeah, but she didn't even want to do that. She didn't seem very, adventurous in any way, really.
I don't know. I mean, the way that they were describing them making out, she just randomly made out with him at the restaurant in front of God and everybody, and it was apparently very saucy, and everyone was like, "Wow, oh my God, wow!"
That was
No
for
consent.
Adam's credit
No
though,
consent.
because she was like, "Oh, he can kiss good."
Yeah,
What was she doing though?
she was doing things. I don't know.
Being kissed. That's what she was doing.
No,
Yeah.
she kissed in front of that guy that was being
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
jerk.
Oh, I didn't know if you meant
Yeah.
the
So that
he
she could
kissed
prove that he
her.
wasn't gay, which was
That's
really
it.
funny because I didn't
That
know
was
that's
it.
where that was going.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't really get that
exactly.
vibe from
It was
him
just a
immediately.
Weird, it was a weird reaction, like, "Oh yeah." we're
Well, the
gonna
guy
kiss him.
insinuated. He was like, "Oh, are you one of the girls too? Because you're around all
Yeah.
these
It's
just
hot
like,
girls."
no,
See,
he's
in my
not.
head,
I'll
I
kiss him.
I don't think of like a guy being part of the girls as being gay. I just feel
No.
like him just like hanging out with the girls.
It means that
And
he
so I
has
didn't
friends,
get that.
diverse
like,
friends.
But coming
Right.
from a guy, that's an insult of like you're
Yeah.
being gay.
That's why
Like,
it just went right over my head. I was like,
But he
what?
didn't even
And I was
assume
like,
that he was dating any one of them. He didn't know Tessa.
He was just
like
being
Right,
a
exactly. You
jerk.
could have just been like, oh, obviously they're sitting next to each other. They're probably dating each other. Like they
Yeah.
could have assumed that.
These two new people that I've never seen before.
Right,
They're probably
exactly.
there because they're dating.
Right.
Yeah. He was just being a dick though,
Yeah,
and just
he was
being a
suggesting
dick.
that.
and that gave
Right, which
Tessa
was
a
fun,
chance
but need to know
kiss.
backstory on that, like what happened there. But we didn't have a lot of book space for that.
I thought that I missed that. I was like, was that like her ex? Did I miss them mentioning him? Was he
No,
mentioned
I think they just
No, he's
introduced
not.
him as a plot device.
for her to
you know,
kiss him?
For the
Yeah.
casting.
Like
Yeah.
one of the many times that she kissed him.
Plot devices.
I did enjoy like the back and forth between them, where they were just like, are we? Are we not? Are we? Are we not? Are we? Are we not? And I was like, what are we gonna do anything? Like I was just like, just do it. Just do it now. But I respected Tessa like trying to choose her, like trying because she did not obviously succeed. Trying to choose her career over herself, like over like what she was looking for, and like trying to bang this dude. Because if you guys were in this situation, okay, and you were like, I'm getting the hots from my roommate, I'd be like, run, absolutely not, stop it right now, don't do this right now because it's a bad idea. You work with him, and he's in your house, and he's your roommate.
This is
not
not
going
the
to end
type of
well.
advice that you would give Brenda.
Yeah, I
Your
would.
track
Yes, I
record would
would.
be like, yeah, just try it out. You
No,
never
I would
know.
tell them no. Do not do this. Okay, do not shit where you eat. This is a bad idea. All right, don't do
Mhm.
that. So bad. I would not tell Tessa to do this. But this is a book, and this is not real. So, and it was fun to watch them try to battle it out. And I do like that she had times where she was strong, even if she was like pushing in the wrong direction. Like she's just like so ready to fight anything that she's like punching walls. And it's like, what are you doing? Like
Not
just the
literally.
door's over here. Okay. Just go open a door instead of punching a wall. It's not gonna help you. You could try to punch a hole in a wall, or you could just knock on the door and try to make a friend. All right. That's really what Tessa was trying to do. Because she just was not very people oriented. Obviously, she said she was an introvert. And then it was really cute watching her try to make friends. And I like that she's like, it's like when you meet those people that are like in your friend group, you go to one nerdy thing, like GAM, and you're like, oh my God, you guys are all so nerds. And you're just like, meh. You just like freak out. You're all
How we
screaming
met?
about something. Oh my God, me too.
Basically.
And you're just like, yeah. And that's basically exactly. And so I totally get it. But I was like, how are you friends immediately? But then it's like also, okay, maybe it makes sense. And then she's like, we should fix this right now. Like you're just immediately in to whatever ridiculous project that everybody else is doing right now because you want to be friends, you want to impress them and stay friends. And so I really think that like it was really cute watching Tessa's development to realize that maybe she actually does need to go outside and does need to actually make friends. Like so the only thing I feel with Tessa is like I feel like I didn't know that she was like a Latina until like later on, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And
I
like
don't
I kind
remember
of
the description of her in the book in the beginning, really.
yeah, because like at first I thought she was like, you know, like in my head, I'm thinking like voluptuous nerdy girl in my head. Like uh and then they were like, well, she has small boobs. And I was like, maybe she's not as voluptuous. I'm like, maybe she's a hippie girl. I don't know. I couldn't really find a really good description of her in my head.
It was more
Because
of a
I don't feel like she
comparison
was
to the other girls around her in the description.
yeah, like I feel like we didn't really get a good description of what Tessa looked like. So I kind of wish I had a little bit more of that. Because we had so much more description of what he looked like and how she saw him. So it'd been nice to see the other way around. But I mean, I like Tessa. I said, I don't know. I don't know if I drop my handkerchief for her because I feel like it would be a mountain of regret, is what I feel like on Tessa. But I am impressed with her
Mountain
and her
of regret.
professionalism. Good job for her.
Cool. Awesome. I've never heard you describe sleeping with somebody like that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm being honest.
I mean, I appreciate your honesty.
Like I would drop my handkerchief and then I'd have to take it away the next morning. Like she wouldn't be able to keep it. I'm sorry. Like she just couldn't.
And then use it to like wipe all memory of it out of your brain.
Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, and good luck with your career, and then I would be done.
You would be like that girl that just like got up from the table and left her at lunch. All right, Tia.
Yep.
What did you think about Tessa?
I would also not drop my handkerchief for her. She is just one of those like people where they are so socially inept where it's kind of like it's adorable but also a little bit frustrating to like see and walk through as they're trying to make their way through interactions and stuff. And the fact that she was like always ready to fight was also very frustrating, but I think it's because it was part of her nature where she's always had to fight throughout her life. Like they give a little snippets of her like her backstory, and I think she's just so used to like always ready to have an
Yeah,
argument
because
or
her
fight
family
somebody.
doesn't respect her
Yeah.
career or
So she's
choices
always
or
been
anything
put
like that.
into like multiple situations where she's always had to defend herself. So she, whenever she's presented something where it's not going according to the way that she wants it to go, she thinks that she has to like get ready for battle immediately. And it's just like, no, this is not how you talk through a situation. Like, you don't have to fight everybody for some small inconvenience because you think that it needs to go one way. And I think it's also a bit
I
of
disagree respectfully, but yeah.
No surprise there.
I mean, there's a way to like do it better than how she approached it. Like, there's a
For
way
sure.
to like talk it through of a disagreement of like getting through the main point, because they all wanted to succeed and get to the goal, right? But the way that she approached the situation was always like, no, I'm gonna get in your face and like go through like like 0 to 100. She was like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to go? Let's go. And she starts rolling up her sleeves. I'm like,
But I do appreciate that she had to do that with Abraham, though, because if she didn't fight him, she would not have been able to get that job.
Exactly.
He needed somebody to stand up to him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I think it called for like very perfect situations, especially with someone that is just a sack of meat, as you said, Brenda.
Yeah.
And
it's just like human meat sack, just built.
You have to go through this like as a bulldozer through this giant wall. And so that was definitely perfect for that situation. But she did it for every single situation. And that was a little bit of frustration. I think I would kind of hang out with her as like just a friend. I did enjoy the relationships that she started building with the other girls that she met through this bookstore and stuff. So that kind of made me more like made me feel more like a little bit more endearment to her in her character, and a little bit more relatable of like how we are as a group of friends. Like, we all like enjoy similar and sometimes like different things, and we all introduce each other to like different things that we like, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, let's go. So like for example, Witcher, like I never played the game, and we ended up doing like a watch party at your house, Brenda, to watch Witcher. So I was just like, oh, this is really cool. I'll probably never play the game, but I'll watch this show. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of that, and I really appreciated some of the dynamics in the story. Yeah, I wouldn't drop my handkerchief for her. I would definitely hang out with her. She sounds like a fun person to be around. Definitely still giving like young college vibes, like she just graduated from college kind of deal. Like, that's why I felt like her mentality was at like young, because they did say that they were both like in their 20s, right? So she was definitely giving that vibe of like, oh, I just graduated from college and this is like one of my first jobs and going into my career. And
I think she was still under 30. I want to say she was like 25-ish.
Sure.
I don't think she was over 30.
Yeah. So I think she was just like still experiencing what adulthood is like, not like different aspects of adulthood, like drinking and all that stuff. But yeah, she sounds like an okay character.
Kat, you're up.
It's really interesting hearing everybody's opinions, because I guess I don't know, I didn't pick up. I guess she was kind of like defensive, because in the story, like we said, she's in a male-dominated field, and her dream is to get from audio gaming into actual coding. So if anything, I saw her as very relatable. Like, she's very focused on her career, something she really likes. They've kind of mentioned in the book she'd rather wear t-shirts and have a messy, hair, even if it's a little frizzy. So if anything, I thought it was nice to kind of see that kind of character that has those insecurities that, like, you just want to shake them and be like, go talk to people. Like, it's not, you don't have to be anything, afraid of anything. And, just kind of be more assertive. Like, the worst thing they can say to you is no, but I've definitely been guilty of that. a lot. So I wouldn't drop my hanky for her. I can relate to her. I kind of felt like her character, I don't know, maybe the author wanted to share that experience that she had and make Tessa the way she is. I didn't feel like, I think if anything, that kind of disappointed me, but it wasn't necessarily on the character, it was more on the story writing, was that, you know, she proves herself as an amazing coder. The guys start to respect her, and she ends up catching the eye of a really big gaming company, and they're basically like, we want you to do this game. It's her dream come true. And honestly, I was like kind of excited for her, because you love to see the character, you know, attain their dream, the hero, whatever. But I guess maybe to wrap the story up, because what would happen? She'd move away, and then her and Adam's relationship would just become like his ex, where his ex-girlfriend went after her
where she
dream
chose her
job.
career over him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
And
hate that
so
but I get what you're saying, Kat. I hate that it came to that, like,
yes.
she didn't choose her career. She chose,
Yes.
you know,
That's
because we've read another book where they were like worried about choosing career over what, you know, something else, which was the one with the succubus.
The moths, yeah.
Yes, and the Mothman.
Yeah.
And she chose her career. I mean, that she was able to get a better opportunity.
As she should.
And he was like, you know, I respect that, and we'll figure it out. And I think that's like a very different play than like this went. And like I understand the fear in choosing a more difficult path. And they, you know, afterwards she's like, it would have been tougher for me. I would have worked like 16-hour days, and I wouldn't have had time for romance. And like,
but
that's kind of the choice
like,
you make in the career that you're trying to get into.
Right. I kind of also feel like the author just thought, you know, I need to protect her. So they turned it into the job offer was actually a trap. They just wanted to hire her so she would take the blame for a game that was failing. And it's like, wow, so it's kind of true. Like everything really did suck for her until she had a guy save her. You know, a guy took her in.
I kind of wish that. I kind of wish that they would have like instead, because he's like, I'm gonna go fight for her to keep her here. If he instead had learned his lesson,
it would have been
which
more
was to
character
understand
for
he
him.
can be supportive from afar, that he can still be that person, and they can still be in love, and he has to realize that in order for him to keep someone that he loves, he needs to also work on himself and what he's willing to do for the person he loves.
I took it as a little bit different. So I took this as like this story as like almost like a typical like 90s rom-com.
That's what I was
a very
thinking
typical
too.
90s rom-com. And so I felt like the way that it was written was like the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The goal was her like, oh, she finally gets her dream.
I mean, it's almost a Hallmark movie,
right? Right, and then
because they're literally small town.
No, seriously,
small town, middle of freaking nowhere. Sesquamel, Sesquemal.
Oh my gosh,
Squeamish, Scrabble.
But like for Adam, yes, I agree, Brenda, that Adam like really definitely needed to work on his trauma and like his stuff of like his past relationships and what he needed to do
his
for
baggage
himself and his baggage. But also like you could kind of see a little bit of the wheels turning every so often, which I really appreciated. And we can talk more about that when we get to him. But like I think it was just like him, the one thing he didn't do was actually speak up about how he felt. And that was what he did at the end. So that's what I took it as, like the way that this story was written was totally 90s rom-com. And then like you knew it was like happily ever after kind of like they end up together and they're gonna figure
that job. I want her to be making money. But that's just my own thing.
I think
that whole situation was weird. How they contacted her at her job. First of all, it's like they called her at work through her work line to talk to her about offering her a job.
I had that happen to me at work. Actually,
that does happen.
That happened to me at work, and I was like, "Who are you?" And they were like, "Oh, hey."
That's so brazen.
It was. And you know what? They offered me $10,000 more, and I did leave that job.
Oh, nice.
Well,
It did.
if it works, it works, I guess. She
It
almost
did.
left too.
Yeah, and she should have. That's more realistic to someone who actually cares about their career.
I mean, the way they were setting it up, it seemed kind of like it was not going to be a great setup for her, and she has the skills, so she obviously can like create a portfolio so she can actually go out and find a good company to be in.
Yeah. It would have just been nice if she had a like.
It would have been cool.
It would have been nice if even if that was a trap, like other people or she took some like initiative and went out there and applied for other jobs and put feelers out there.
Or she left and then like maybe they like weren't
started
talking
her
for
own
like
gaming
6
company.
months.
I don't know.
I think
and then she
like
found out she
ability to do
finished the
that.
contract.
They're gonna get the contract for the game at her job. Like they put her on a bigger
team,
a bigger thing for it or something. You know.
Well, she was on Abraham's team. Yeah.
I think it just kind of,
or like he was like, oh, like I'm gonna take this job over here, and they're like, well, we want you to be here. We're gonna pay you whatever they're offering you, and we want you to be here on our team. And that's how she got the job, instead of like the weird way that she ended up getting the job. You know?
Yeah, I think it just kind of defeated the purpose of the character building.
That
you
build
know,
up.
wanted
Yeah,
her
I'm with
to, get more confident with her skills. And then also for Adam, he obviously was hung up on his girlfriend. And I mean, I get it. Like they turned the girlfriend into being like sneaky and deceptive, which I thought was kind of a stretch that he read her mind and figured that out all on his own.
Figured it all out.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Sherlock Holmes. Like, what?
Right?
Wow.
Like, you're talking about the same guy that lived in an apartment for an entire year, and he could never see this girl being like the beauty that she is.
That, he's
it's
like, she just wanted the dudes. How?
Did she let her hair down?
How? When?
And take her glasses off, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, 90s, beautiful, make her fall for me. Like,
what was it was the Big Bang Theory. It's like definitely like very Big Bang Theory.
Like Big Bang Theory, yeah. But
thought of like
the side
movie,
characters for sure did, yeah.
So I just wish that she maybe pursued her career and she took the advice from Adam. She took the advice from the guys that she met and branched out, and then he could have like got more secure in himself to trust her.
Did some work on himself.
But instead it was like, no, I see through your tricks. You're not really wanting me. This is a trick. I'm going to stay where I'm safe and just get a promotion and hang out with all the guys that like me now.
Yeah. It was the magical like genie fix, where like everything falls perfectly into place. Like
that
even though
I understand exactly what you mean, Kat.
It was branching out to mean other things, they had to like sum it up. So they're like, actually, this is what's happening.
Right.
Because there was a lot of build up to her career thing, and then it kind of just like didn't really go anywhere. Like that was a big piece of her character for a while. I'm trying to do stuff for which I understand because hey, I gotta hustle.
Right. Yeah. Or like she could have like took the offer and like they like, hey, we need an answer in like 24 hours or whatever. She could have went back and be like,
that's
hey,
what I'm saying.
I just got an offer from this company that based on the game that I just showed you. What are you going to offer me for me to stay? You know,
they were really chill about that whole situation too. Just like you just created a game and on your own time, which is fine. They couldn't do anything about that. So like, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
That part,
all right, bye.
Kind of like
can't wait to see what you've got going on.
Fantastic.
They're like next time you go to the corporate meeting, just try to be there. And
First of all, I was like, so there were meetings that you weren't showing up to where you can display your
small company that doesn't actually care about you.
That's why I was saying, like, I felt like she was very, like, still in the fresh out of college kind of mentality, where, like, this is, like, her, she was always like, I'm going to try and get this job. And she said that and which is a really big deal, especially in, like, design, in the design world. Like, when you get out of college, you're fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah.
With everybody, and it will take you several times to finally land a job, and usually that's the first job.
But she's not even putting herself out there to be in those spaces to be looked at because she's so introverted.
Right. And I think it's because it's still the mentality of like she's not used to that until like realizing later on because
until Adam tells her that she needs to go and talk to people.
Yeah, and I agree with Kat because like it's very relatable because like it literally took me back to like my college days of like I didn't know that like you're supposed to do this and that about like in the career and stuff like that. Put yourself out
The
there like
world is
different
very
ways.
set up for extroverted people to
Yeah.
like survive and thrive and prosper
Yeah,
and
Very much
succeed.
so.
But
So
it was like,
like,
if you're gonna have the type of drive, girl, you gotta show them
yeah,
something.
us introverted people, we have to cosplay as extroverted people. So we have to go
Yes.
into those spaces, unless you don't want to be in those spaces, you know, and you
Which
don't
is
want to
fine.
go
You're fine.
anywhere.
You don't have to
But
do
like
that
you
at all.
said, there was like a meeting where they would just show the stuff they're working on, which is a
I was
perfect
like, girl, why
time
were you
to
not at
show your
those?
skill.
Right.
So even if you're introverted, but it's like, girl, that's the perfect time
She's
to
been
like
working on a
show
thing,
your all,
on a
show
system, on a gaming
all.
code, and all this
Right.
other stuff.
Because
And
why
I'm
would
just
She
they
like,
didn't
give
even
her
like
the
ask what the meeting was. She's just like, "Oh, it's a meeting. Well, I don't want to go."
right? But it's like,
I mean, and I understand that
how
because I
she
don't
thought
want
she
to
was
be
gonna get
going
that
to meetings
promotion
either.
without these things. She thought she was just gonna get it. Like they didn't know. Like
She just said that she wanted it, and then she told
Yeah.
Adam that she wanted it, and like maybe one other person, her friend. That was
right, but
it.
it's like, why
Yeah.
would they give it to you?
And
though?
Adam is like, "Why didn't you ever say anything about it? Like
Right.
that you just now want to talk about joining in? Like I heard, like you because there was a possible opening."
Yeah, that was interesting. But speaking of Adam, let's switch to
Angel, you
him.
didn't give your
Wait,
thing.
Angel, excuse you.
I was
You
trying to
did not
skip
say
over
anything
me.
about Tessa. Don't think we forgot.
No, we're not gonna forget
Don't
you.
think we
I was
forgot.
really, really trying to skip over me.
I know you were. Not in this house.
I thought I was going to get away with it if it weren't
Nope.
for those meddling ladies. So close. I mean, I echo a lot of the things that all of you said, except for Brenda, because I just disagree with you on a foundational
As is
level.
tradition.
Yeah, it checks out. You know, there were a lot of things that reminded me of myself in Tessa, because I am extremely extroverted and I don't go out and seek friends. I get adopted by extroverted people and brought into like,
What?
yeah, that's kind of how it works, you know. Otherwise, I'm just in my own world, and I enjoy being like in my own world to the point where I don't really realize there's a world outside that's happening. Like I know, but I'm like I'm good where I'm at. And somebody has to like pull me out of that and be like, "Hey, come outside." And then I'll be like, "All right, fine. For you." And that's it. And then I'm going back inside. So like I understand that part of like her thought process where it doesn't register to her that she has to go out and like be in these places. But at the same time, it was confusing because she's very ambitious and she wants all of these things. So I don't want a lot of things in my life. I like things to be really, really simple. But if I had like the drive and the want to, you know, rise up in a career and do all these things and go and like fight to be in this male dominated space, I at least know that my introvertedness would have to like be pushed to the side so that I could go out and make these choices and be in those spaces and talk to people. So that part was kind of just a little bit weird to me, and that was probably the only thing that kind of like I could associate myself with Tessa.
Mhm.
All of the rest of her characteristics were very interesting. I think she was just a very interesting person to be inside the head of, because she wanted all of these things, but the way that she thought she was going to go about getting them didn't make any sense because she wasn't putting any effort into actually going and doing it. And her thought process behind going and doing those things was very selfish. So it was just like, I understand it was very robotic. She's like, okay, well, I need to do this so that I can get here and do this. So she's not really seeing like the people that she's interacting with as people. They're just like means to an end, which Adam was calling her out for, but I also didn't like that because I'm like, you're just assuming, sir. I need you to go sit down and leave her alone and stop being so judgmental.
Right? Like you guys barely know each other anyways.
He's like,
Yeah.
you're just doing this to be, you know, pretending to be friends with these people so you can get a promotion. I was like, well, hold on, sir.
Right?
Don't assume those things. You don't know her. You've been with her for a year and you don't know her.
Exactly. You obviously
She's
don't know
making
her.
friends like you
Apparently,
said.
you suggested this situation too. Come on now, you're
Yeah,
the one that gave
so-
the idea. Like, if you want this promotion, you're gonna have to showcase
And
yourself.
then he
in
gets
some
mad
sort
at
of
her
way.
for like taking action and doing it and then being like, oh, so you're just doing this because you want a job. You don't care about these people. I'm like,
yes.
Because he
sir, I
started
need-
having feelings.
First of
about
all,
it. That's why.
yes, actually,
No,
I
because
am
he's
doing
a
this just because I want to
judgmental
get a better
asshole
job.
is what he
Like,
is.
That too.
Is that not why people socialize and network? Is so they can also get a better job? Like, yes, you meet people, but like also so that you can get a better job.
That's networking. That's how
Yeah.
networking works.
Yeah.
And you know, for somebody that's not used to like having like friends that are in front of you as real people and real bodies, because her friend is virtual and on a computer, it's a slow roll. You have to figure those things out. I mean, he has friends and he's barely with his friends. They have to drag him out because he's, you know, going through a breakup for over a year. So it's understandable to a certain degree. I just feel like she wasn't very memorable, and there was a lot of contradictory things about her that didn't make me have like sympathy for her as a character. But I did respect how she didn't back down when she was fighting Abraham. She was very like, you know, solid in her belief of this is what I
did
feel
enjoy that
needs
fight
to
with
be
Abraham
done.
very much.
So she didn't turn into one of those like soft girls that just
She didn't
bow down like once she starts like kind of getting in a relationship, you know.
I do like that we were able to see that she was willing to accept feedback and work well with the team. Because even though she didn't like it,
but I feel like
she did allow it.
If Adam had like a one-on-one with her, because all of the things that she like requiesced was through speaking with him. He was her whisperer, basically. He was like, hey, yeah, you actually need to go like hang out with the guys and be more cordial and make yourself like, you know, known to them so they know that, you know, you're a person and you can be around people and talk to people and work with people. But also like you need to, you know, if you really want to help these girls, you need to actually put your pride aside and listen to Abraham because he knows what he's doing and this is the most efficient way. So
I don't want to listen to Abraham because he's a dick. Okay,
he was
like I totally
not
get that.
presenting the information in the best
But
possible
he is
way
a
to make
dick.
it acceptable.
Like, I
That's
get
what I'm
it.
saying. Yeah, he was not presenting
Like
it in
if
a way
a
that I'd
guy
be
was
like,
trying to give me information at work
That's
and he was
definitely
being an
Brenda.
asshole
Yeah.
about it, I would listen. Even if he was right, if he was like, literally,
Yeah.
if you don't put this mask on your face, you're gonna fucking die. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna fucking die. Like I would like literally would rather just die
Yeah, you're
than
very
listen to an
stubborn.
asshole tell me what to do.
I want to put the mask on, but I might like murder him later. Like, and now
I will
you're
literally
dead.
just suffocate and die.
I lived
because I'm mad at you.
and you died.
Yeah.
Because
No
you're
one
only hurting
wins.
yourself there,
I
Brenda.
am hurting myself, but I don't care. Okay.
You're not hurting him. He's still good. He put the mask
he's
on.
gonna be like, well, she died fucking stupid. I told
He's
her
not
better.
going to
And
feel
I'm like,
bad. He's going to be like, that girl was an idiot and she should have
this
listened
is
to me.
why I relate to Tessa. But you know, I can also accept feedback. I just don't like to accept feedback from an asshole.
I mean, you know, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does,
We all
especially
know
in
what Brenda's going to do.
male-dominated
She's going to
fields.
die. But I mean, that's all I have to say on her. I really didn't remember a lot of things about her because there weren't a lot of things to remember about her. I know that she was kind of a nerd. She didn't like cosplay, which is fine because I didn't really know about cosplay, being a nerd for a long time until my early 20s.
I also think it was hard to relate because her fandom isn't my fandom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I can see how some people who are really into that or would be like really into that, you know?
Well, it's just like The Witcher. Like I read the books, you played the games, and then like Tia's never done any of it, but she still watched the show. So there's like levels to like, you know, nerdiness. And I think I like that about her friends. Like they were different types of nerds. So they all had like their own medium. I wish that we had more development in that relationship. I would have felt better about her as a person if that was displayed more. Like if their relationship friendship got developed through the storyline instead of like those quick little blurbs of like, you know, them hanging out or them having like an interaction and her whole motivation being from like that one day that she hung out with them and watched movies. So it's fine. She was okay. I wouldn't drop my handkerchief for him.
Well, apparently this is like book 1 of a whole series. So those friends that are introduced, there's a continuation of their friendship because all the guys that were men. They all get the men. Like, they get all each other. Like, all the men that were showed, and then all the women, like, they all hook up at some point.
No, actually, not all the men. Because I looked at all the books. So some of them,
okay,
I was wondering if they were going to do that exact pair. But
well, there's only like, what, 3 of them?
Characters.
There's a British one?
Yeah,
British one.
He's the next book.
Oh, yeah.
Because of course
he's
there's
definitely
a
going to get his
one.
book. Okay.
Yeah, Rodney, he's a British guy. He's in the next book, but then like one after that is like the actor from this TV show.
What kind of British do you think he is?
He comes in.
You think he's more Cockney British? Like, do you think he has
he's
like a
proper British? He's posh for sure.
Oh, he's a posh. Oh, excuse
yeah,
me.
because that's the ones that the girls like. They want the Bridgerton British, not. I can't think of a Cockney British. What? Wait, what is he? No, I don't know what he is.
There's East London, there's
the North, from the north.
The North,
Yeah.
the Welsh.
Like Jon Snow.
Yeah, there's
Mm,
Welsh.
From the north.
No, not like Jon Snow.
Okay.
He's an idiot. Okay, we're getting off track. Anyway,
We are.
let's discuss Adam, our other main character in the book, and his runner's body. We're gonna start with Kat this time because I want you to have the most time available to paint.
Ugh, I don't know what you're talking about.
She's multitasking here. She's so talented.
Man, I feel bad saying it because honestly, I think we all have really good reasonings behind our opinions. And I wouldn't say I have a lot of factual evidence, but I just don't think he's hot shit. And I feel like in the book,
Don't feel
That
bad
was
for
like the
saying it.
longest
This is
way
a
to
safe
say that you don't think he's
space.
hot. That's so
Kat,
funny. Oh my god.
Sorry, I just don't think he's hot shit.
I don't, and I
No.
feel like
I don't think so at all.
Word it, but I like the way you worded it.
I did.
I just feel like the way it was written was kind of building him up to be like some sort of mysterious, like knight in shining armor kind of a little bit. And I was just like, no, I don't think he's all that great. I don't think he really is that great at sex. I think she was sex starved. I just don't.
She was. It'd been years since she'd had sex.
Very
so.
I
new.
don't. I think that
Not
he
a lot of it.
is. I think he is a nice guy, but it felt very like he didn't really do. I don't feel like he did a lot.
I think he has potential.
He has potential.
He has potential.
He's not bad. He's not awful. I just, for some reason, was like, I feel like she could do better. And
She
then-
absolutely could do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you, Kat.
But sometimes, you know, you're like, any
It's the
ship in a storm
convenience of
because
the
he's
situation.
in her house.
Yeah,
He's in her house.
She's in his
He's
house.
there. She's there.
She's
Yeah.
in his house.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's
And
been...
he's like, you know, what's more convenient than at home dick? Okay, it's right there. You can just get it at any time. Like,
for
it's on tap.
somebody-
Okay, like
for somebody who really struggles talking with people, you know, I'm happy for her, but I just kind of wasn't impressed. I would not drop my hanky for him.
that's
I get
fair.
it. That is
That's
fair.
fair.
That's absolutely fair. Tia, what about you? That was a very
It's like
long
I fell
pause of
asleep. That's how Adam
disappointment.
was to me.
You basically. The convenience of it all, I felt like, again, going back to like the 90s rom-com kind of storyline. You ever watched the movie like not any, just Ryan, and like any movie where the leading guy, like basically like Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling or something, like they're just a main lead of convenience, and they're just there.
A
to be in the
man of convenience.
Like just a basic white dude that he's
I missed that commercial.
just a
Yes.
basic
Sorry.
man. And
That's why I don't like most rom-coms.
Yeah,
Weirdly,
like,
I do like romance books, but not rom-coms.
I like rom-coms, but like it gets to a point where like you watch so many and you're just like, this is about to happen, check. This is about to happen, check. But I mean, sometimes there are different takes about it. But anyways, no, I would not drop my handkerchief for him by any means at all. I don't like
By
his
any
friends.
means.
Yeah. I'm taking my feet out. I'm running to the other side of the room. I'm going to the like away, like 10-foot pole, everything. I don't like his friends. I don't
Like the fact that he's still in love with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I actually hate that a lot. Actually,
yeah.
I hate that the most.
I don't
That
like
part.
anything about him. He has
I hate that the most.
so much
Out of
baggage.
anything else.
Like his
Literally
baggage is
everything
so
else is
heavy.
forgivable.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
else is forgivable. Okay.
He told her that he loved her on the phone while she was like sitting right there.
Yeah. Like, and then he was just like, but in turn he was like, oh, I just said it because it was a habit. I was like, you're
Prayers
just
for this man. Prayers.
I don't
Prayers
know
for
this man.
I don't know this man.
Yeah, I don't know this man. Like, whatever. Get away. You only just noticed me because I decided to wear a Sailor Moon costume or decided to speak up or whatever all of a
None
sudden.
of their attraction to each other made any sense when they were in the same house for a year.
Yeah. Well, maybe because like she's always been like in her room and like
I would be too if I was like bunking with a dude.
Yeah.
I would just
Yeah.
be
Same.
locked in my room for safety. But that's just me.
But yeah, and like, and like the fact that like he only appreciated her because she was a good roommate, like he cooked for her and all this other stuff. I was just like, you have a free, like, live-in like maid basically, like the cook and help cook and clean
What
for you.
man wouldn't love that? Okay.
Oh, the convenience of it all, and I was just like, this is.
That's when we knew she was.
Yeah, she was perfect for him. Ugh. Anyways, no.
That's when we knew her culture.
Yeah, I don't know
The
this
cooking.
man. I don't want to deal with this man.
I feel like your handkerchief is dried up and like stiff in a corner somewhere.
It's
rather than dust
my
for him.
handkerchief
Like,
is
full of
scared.
dust.
It's like
Not
ripped
other
into,
things
like,
that make it stiff.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's a dude's handkerchief.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Ours are nice and flowy. Okay.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What was I thinking?
My handkerchief is locked and sealed away forever
It's in
and
a
ever.
vault.
Yeah, from this man. So, anyways, yeah, that's it.
Well, there's that. Dominique. Hello, lovely.
Okay. Huh?
I said hello, lovely. It's your turn.
Hello. With your beautiful skin.
You've got beautiful skin.
Dominic
You
really
guys
just
all
wants
have
to wear
beautiful
your
skin.
skin.
I just want to wear it.
Oh my god, is this Silence of the Lamb?
I told you we were all crazy here.
Right.
I mirror a lot of things that Tia and Kat said. I like how Kat said it. I don't think he's hot shit. I don't think he's hot shit either,
I think that
Kat.
sums it up, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing that made me go like, this man is sexy, or like, I mean, I like.
No, he's not hot shit, but he's just hot shit over there.
He's just there.
It's just like, yeah. I mean, he definitely, there was parts that were used to like drive Tessa's, somewhat development. He was definitely used as a plot device in that way of like,
Yeah.
you should do these things.
He was a
come on.
floaty voice,
Yeah,
that's just
come
like
on
her
now,
voice
stop
of
that.
confidence and encouragement in the
He's
background.
like, no,
but also like
no,
logic
no,
and common sense.
No.
Like, hey, probably do this.
no.
Yeah, so it
No.
was just like,
Like silently
you
judging
know.
her as well, though. You judged her a
Exactly.
lot.
He
Yes,
did.
he did. Or just like, even there's a couple times, like I think Kat mentioned it. So when he met with his ex, and she's, he Sherlock Holmes all these things that did not make any sense.
That part
he
felt like it was
pull,
written
'cause-
by a dude.
'cause I was like,
Yeah.
like, how you
Mhm.
gonna look and go, oh, so you was engaged, huh? Oh, you got
Yeah.
fired, huh? Oh, you're looking for a job, huh?
What
Oh,
did
you
he say
need to-
about her ring finger and all this other stuff? You keep like
Mhm.
twirling your ring finger like
It's
you used
because
to
the
ring being
was
on there.
huh?
He just
Like,
had like
yeah.
superpowers out of nowhere. Like,
but-
oh, I
like, all
noticed
these
all this other
powers
Would
stuff.
that be
of
your best date
perception.
ever at dinner with your ex and just read the shit out of them and be like, yeah, that's,
But that's
right.
what you
Go
hope
back home
happens,
with the
but
tail
that would
between your
never
No,
legs.
because I'm not
happened.
going
It
to
wouldn't, but
dinner
it was
with
really
my
fun.
ex.
It's
That
what
was
you see
not
in a
happening.
dream. It's what he
Yeah.
would have dreamt would have happened instead of him just being like in real life. Like he just
reality.
would have done
Like, it was
anything.
just way
Yeah.
too specific for him to have got that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he must have been somebody you worked with, huh? And you must have got fired because it's like,
It was like too
there's
much.
no way you could have pulled that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
You could have just been like,
No.
I don't really love you anymore. This is kind of just
It felt
a
like
force of habit from us doing this for like as long as we did. But I'm over
Mhm.
you, and I just need your help with this, and that's it. Like if he was just cold
Right.
shouldering it, it would have been
yeah,
fine.
it was
Right.
just really weird. Like
It
the,
was weird.
the perceptions, the power of the
The
perceptions
fact that he even
had.
asked her to like help out with the friends, like why did we need that?
This is like, oh, I know somebody
Right.
in marketing.
Like-
No.
I was like, I thought
I'm
she
in
was
love
a
with her.
reporter or something.
Right? I thought she was a reporter.
Like,
I don't
Dom,
know.
when you were spitting all that out, I immediately was thinking of like Eminem, like in 8 Mile, where he was rapping about it's mom's spaghetti, and like he had that courage to like
It was
rap
just
all. Like he
weird.
never had like rapped in his life, and all of a sudden, like he's just spitting rhymes like amazing, and he's just beating everybody and
It's
beat the
just
final
weird.
boss.
It was
was
weird.
out of nowhere.
But
I don't know where
even
that
that was
came from.
premeditated. Yeah.
Yeah,
His
I
just
don't know
came
where
out
that
of
perceptions
nowhere.
Of those
No,
powers and
yeah.
perceptions that made no sense. Like, there's no way you would have got all that. There's no way, just because, like, oh, I see desperation. I know exactly what that means. Like, no,
It's
you
like
don't. No, you
It's
don't.
like he smelled it.
So, okay.
He can smell. He's like,
I
you smell
smell
like another
deceit."
man. I didn't realize you were part werewolf. Like, okay, like
I was
I
going to say,
smell
it turned
cologne
into a
inside you.
fantasy romance novel real
Oh my
quick.
God.
Weird, but but besides that weird thing that happened when she said, like, I was waiting on you to tell me to stay and stuff. I thought that was going to be a part to drive development for him. Like
Right?
the way
Sure,
she
yes, I agree.
Oh my
I
God!
thought
Like,
that was going to be something
Me
where
too.
he was
why
like,
not?
It was
"You're right."
definitely
With the right
potential in
person.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what she was going to do. I thought she was going to use that as a moment to drive character development.
Mhm.
I thought
in
that would have
him.
wrapped up the end with her getting the
Mhm.
job. Like he would have came to the conclusion, like, "Hey, I know this about myself. It had to be told to
Mhm.
me, but like I know that this is something that I need to work on and growth."
But
Yeah,
Character growth.
exactly. I thought
Mhm.
that's where
Nope.
we were going, and
It
then
did-
we
we
went
did not.
we went left.
We did
And
not.
I was like,
We
"Whoa,
did.
okay." So like,
He's learned no lessons.
No lessons learned.
yeah, so it just was weird. And then when he went to the airport and met her, and then he said like, at first I don't know if he said, at first I didn't see you as nothing, then I saw you just as a roommate. It was like,
Yeah.
this is not the way. I don't want to
This
hear
is
this.
not
Like,
the
also
speech you
to
thought
like
it was,
to the
sir.
credit of like their nerdiness though, this would make sense.
It's
Like
Right,
you're
but-
just
The
failing miserably
stereotypical-
of trying to be romantic and is just fucking it up, and you're just like,
Yeah.
shut
Okay,
the fuck up, just
we're
make out.
all
Like,
we're all nerds, and we know some even deeper nerds.
Look.
If this was their relationship, they would be like, "No, I'm
I'm
watching
come on
tell
now.
that
you,
way."
I'm gonna spit
Come on
some
now. I
truth
definitely
really
know some
quick.
people. This is their relationship for
This-
sure in the nerd community.
This is how I would be approaching how to be romantic. That's how I don't know.
I don't believe that. Where's Kay? I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
I can never
But
be
it
romantic.
was just weird. I was like, this is your speech, buddy. You've been waiting for her for 4 or 5 hours because you don't know what plane she comes back on, so you just been sitting and waiting, which is also preposterous. How big is this airport? Because this airport must be like two places, because like you never know where a plane is gonna
Small
land.
They're
in
in
an
a small
airport.
town, right?
No, it's a
Yeah.
small town. It's one airport. There's
Yeah.
probably
It
just
gotta
one
be.
It's a
airport.
small
It gotta
town.
be. One
It's
little
in
thing.
Sesquimish,
Whatever,
Sesquamish.
yeah, whatever it is.
That's
They
all
said
they-
they said the airport. I'm gonna look it up when somebody's next talking. I'm gonna look it up because they said the airport. But yeah, it was just like that was their lead in. Was also weird. First, I just thought of you as a good roommate. Like it was just so weird. Nothing made
That's
me
my
think
speech, Dom. That's
sexy.
me.
And
That's
honestly,
that's my
they should have
speech.
still been thinking of each other as
Because,
good
like, at
roommates
first, I hate
because
your
there was
guts. And
nothing
then-
there.
And then I talked to you, and I still didn't like you, but then I was like, maybe. And then
Hey, I am a slow
I
burn
was just
friend as
like,
well, so I
um,
understand that. But at
Yeah.
the same time, don't say that to me.
I mean, I say that I thought that Corey was pretentious. I was like, ew.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't know
you
we were
have
gonna
that
date
like push pull love hate type of like vibe to you, where you're like, this is attractive because we're like.
And that's what I'm saying.
enemies.
Like, I get it. I get the vibes. I do get
But
it.
that's not
Like,
even an enemy vibe. He's like, you were invisible to me,
Yeah.
Yep.
and now you're not.
You were invisible to me. And
Wanna
then
do
all
this?
of a sudden, I could see. It was so
Yeah.
weird.
Oh no, this is a huge airport. I just looked up. They're talking about Seattle Tacoma International Airport. This is a big airport.
Okay.
So-
Squeamish?
It's a romance novel, so we're just gonna pretend like it's one of those scenes in the movie where
It just
they're in the
works
airport
out.
but they find each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
But,
I thought she got off on the small town, not Seattle.
No, I just looked at. He was at Adam stood at SeaTac Airport, looking at all.
Oh, yeah,
the
that's a
outfits.
big-
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's a big airport. I've been there. Yeah, it's a big
We're
airport.
gonna suspend belief here and continue.
It's snow. Isn't it
That could be your WTF,
Snoqualmie?
okay?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I'll spend it. I'll spend that.
Okay.
But no, I would not drop my handkerchief from nothing at all. Made me think this man is sexy. Like
Mm-mm.
it didn't
Not
hit.
the runner's body.
It didn't hit. It didn't hit for me. I don't like that. So it ain't hit for me. As Kat would say, my lovely friend Kat would say, I don't think he's hot shit.
Nope.
I think
Yeah.
we should put that on a t-shirt, pen,
Yeah.
button, something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really would like to
He's
wear that
not
t-shirt tomorrow,
hot
guys.
shit.
So.
Yeah.
Ooh, put it on a bag. Put
Who on
it
a
a
bag?
People
I
should
wanna
wear it on a
tote.
first date.
Absolutely.
I don't think that he's.
Brenda. All right, we got to get your thoughts, Brenda.
Man.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of us already said a lot.
Yeah,
I will
I
say,
think Kat said the most.
as someone
with
who's
the
worked in a
least.
male-dominated field and around sometimes sometimes just an ocean of men who
Mm.
sometimes don't see you, but then also always see you. Super
Mhm.
weird because they all
Mhm.
because apparently she was asked out multiple times to that one dude, and she was just like, "You gotta
He was a
stop fucking
creeper,
asking me
so
out."
that wasn't
Oh,
surprising.
yeah.
There's always
No,
one
it's
or
not.
five.
But that happens when you
Yeah.
work in a corporate office, where that happens sometimes.
because
Yeah.
guys don't have any type of restraint or logic.
They're
or
like
common
anyone,
No.
anyone, and you're like, chill.
Hey, you
sometimes when you work with someone, and proximity
Mm.
will make someone more attractive to you
Mhm.
than they actually are.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think this is definitely what's happening in this book, is that she works with him, she sees him, she's breathing in his air all the time.
She's
But
alive.
they've
she's
been
kind
doing
of
that
like
for like a year plus.
Yeah, but she's kind of attracted to him because that's how the first tone is set, where she was like,
yeah.
she was kind of into it, and then he was like, as soon as he found out she was even remotely interested, he was like, it's on. Like he's like, a
Yeah, he
million
also
times
had a
right now. Like he's like so
girlfriend,
ready.
so like, there was that, and he was getting over that. So I understand that gap.
The way to get
and
over someone is to get under someone.
You would know.
Hey,
Shots have been fired.
That's not a
right,
shot.
exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey,
She's tried, tested, and proven.
I'm just saying. It works. I'm just telling you. Try it. Try it yourself. It'll work out. So I do think that there's some like realism in the way that is written, even though he's like frustratingly like normal, just like a normal dude, just
He
like a
is
regular,
like a regular dude.
just a regular dude. And we're like, why would you be so attracted to some regular dude? Right. But like, we're not living in this house with this regular dude, watching shows and having fun and whatever, and like working with this guy, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
but
And
I
so,
think
like,
that should have been more displayed in the book to make
which
us
I
understand.
think if it was a little bit longer, I think it would have been fun to
Yeah.
see more of that for sure.
Yeah.
Because they kind of hint that they've had some fun times, but like they
Yeah.
try to get out of each
She
other's
made
hair, so
him
they're not
watch the
always.
show that they're making the game about.
Yeah, and that's fun, and that's a good time.
Yeah, that was
And I
cute.
think that's fun. But I think it would have been nice to see that develop more before he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so in love with you." You're like, "Whoa!" Like I mean, we've been
Yeah.
hanging out, but like we're not doing that. I did enjoy like the push pull, like I said before, of like they're like, are we making out? Are we not making out? Are we like making out? Are we like not making out? And then they're like, okay, let's make out.
Well,
And
she
then
was
they're just
like
like, no, we gotta
drunk
stop doing this
a
making
lot
out
of the
thing.
time, and he was like, I can't, because you're
He's
not
like, no,
all the way,
stop,
but
no,
ask me next time when
just-
you're sober.
Just no, your lip face is getting so close to my face. Oh no! Like it was really fun for me. It was ridiculous. It was
You would.
ridiculous romance.
The dream part where she was like having a dream and she really was like,
yes,
I was
touching
like,
his
okay, all right.
dangling, which
that
was
was
hilarious.
that was really weird.
I'm
when
gonna
I read
pull that
it
next time, but there I'm
You
like,
should.
oh, I was dreaming.
You should.
I'm sorry.
You should.
I was dreaming.
There was this
Might turn into
dude.
something else if you want to.
There was this dude at work, okay, that I swear he was like the most basic man, okay? But like he was a team lead at my work, and he was just some basic white dude. But I was just like so attracted to him for some reason.
He was
And
your
I
work
was
husband?
like, oh, yeah, I worked with him. And I was like, but this is a team of like 200 people, okay? And I don't know why. He played saxophone, and I was like, ooh, saxophone. Like, I just thought he was like,
Like Bill Clinton?
but he was like such a lanky, just pasty white dude. And
I can't help you, Brenda. I really, really can't. I don't.
this is real life with me right now. So like I get Tessa. Like Tessa is me right now. Like I don't know why. And
Making
I was
bad
like,
decisions.
and then I left that job, and I got a better job, and then I was just like, why was I attracted to that man? And like that definitely was like, it's a very proximity thing where you're just like, he's
some exes as well. It's like,
yeah, I was just like, I was one of those that like, I'm glad we never, because that would have been a regret for sure. But I do remember when I was like ridiculously attracted to him for no reason. I was like, why? Like it was just really weird.
Why
So,
do
like,
our
I get
minds
it.
do that? That's so strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just proximity. And then like, so Adam himself, like, would I drop my handkerchief for Adam? No, because I think he'd be boring in bed because he hasn't had a lot of sex and he doesn't know how to like make a woman feel like she should stay for him. And I just
feel like he's had more than Tessa.
And he's also like so, I don't know if I want to say needy, because he's just like, I don't want a woman that wants to like
go out
for herself,
That
that like wants to
hang out,
do better
do
for
stuff.
her. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
His
Like,
friend read the profile.
And
Oh
but I
my
did
God.
like
Now, this is
Bro,
why
what
I
is
hate his
wrong with
friends.
you?
I don't like
no,
his friends.
no, I actually like that friend because the friend was like, this seems
So you want-
desperate.
So
You
want
sound
nothing
desperate,
with
and then
your
you want
friend.
mom.
somebody who
But he
has
also
no
was
ambition.
the friend that was like, "That's why I brought you out, because you needed to get over this." Like,
right, like
you
this
I
is
mean,
terrible.
that one
really
friend of
weird.
like going
That
out
one
on dates
friend,
and stuff,
I
that's
think,
fine.
was really good.
Yeah, that one friend was fine. But like all his other friends, I was just like, just why? Just
I mean, were they
why?
really
Those
his friends?
are
They were
damn
just
guys.
people.
Come on now.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
they
I mean,
are.
yeah.
Exactly.
We know those people.
We know an Abraham. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
We know guys in this group that are just like those guys. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you're gonna have guys that read
I
them.
don't know
and just
any
you really
guys.
And then you
care,
have
like,
some
what's wrong
guys
with
that
you?
are
At
like,
all.
we are here to just fuck around and find out. And it's just like, and the other guy's like, no, maybe we shouldn't fuck around. It's like, we're fucking around. And like, it's too late now. You're already
It
doing
just
it.
makes me, you know who the person I thought of who was like, no, we shouldn't do that?
What?
Ernest.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Ernest, yes.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't do that. Maybe we shouldn't. And
they're
it's like, no.
Ernest, come on. And he's
And
No,
then
like,
Ernest
Ernest
is
is
gone.
Abraham.
Ernest,
I don't know what
I
you're
guess.
talking about. Yeah.
You know a different part of Ernest than me.
He's like, listen, I'm not sexist. I'm judging this based on your skill alone, you know, but not knowing how to do it in a way that's like, we should not be saying names,
If
actually.
you say I'm not sexist, but then maybe you are.
Podcast?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
he did.
Ernest. The
Hey,
love
Ernest.
Wow,
Ernest.
you're just calling him out. Calling him out.
Ernest,
Wow.
I did not say you were Abraham. I said you were the guy who'd be like,
I'm
no,
not even.
guys, don't do those things.
Oh, Rodney.
No,
Don't do
I
those
stand by what I
things.
said. I've told this to Ernest myself.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I
Only
mean, I
because the
like
stories that I've
some
heard.
things. I like some of the things with Adam's character that he was able to calm her down, like Tessa, and like actually like literally be like, Tessa, shut the fuck up and listen to me. Because
He didn't say it like
sometimes
that, though.
sometimes
was
he
very
didn't say it
nice.
like that though.
He
He's
was
very
very
nice about
nice.
it. And then but that's basically what he's trying to say is like, Tessa, what are you doing? Okay. Like I hear what you're saying and you're really cute and you're
I
mad.
think he was
but like
very calm
chill.
in his delivery in
He
speaking
is,
to her.
which
He
is what
never
Tessa
was like
needs.
out of
And I
line or
like that.
disrespectful. His thoughts on the inside were out of line and disrespectful
But
sometimes.
I like that too, because you don't need to tell me those things. But because you can come to me and have
You
a real
can tell me,
conversation,
but
and in
don't
your
tell
head you
me
can
how
say
you're
whatever the heck
thinking
you
it.
want, but you can be nice about it.
Yeah.
So
But
I did
now
like
I
some.
kinda
I
wanna
did
get
like
in the
some
fight
parts of him.
more.
I just wouldn't. I would not. I would bang Tessa more before I bang this pasty white dude. I just would not.
Yeah,
He
I
does
would
not
just
seem
not
exciting
bang
at
any
all.
of them. I don't
I
want
see
to
that
I'm
be.
just saying, if I
you.
had to choose, I'm just saying.
Nah,
If I had to
I'd
choose,
rather
I'm
die.
going home. Why
Either
are you
or.
so dramatic? Like, just
I'm a
leave. You don't have.
I'm a rabbit on
Oh
wild
my
hunter.
god.
Behavior.
Oh my god.
You could just leave. You could just not. You could just
Oh,
not.
I'd rather just die. Don't want to have to
All
choose.
right,
Oh
you
my
and
God.
Brenda with this dying thing. All right, I'm just gonna live and leave, so that I can enjoy my life. But
Live, laugh, leave.
if
Boo.
that's what you
Boo.
want,
Live, laugh, leave. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so dramatic.
What do you think, Angel?
I don't remember
Oh no.
because this book was very forgettable for me. So like you guys are reminding me of the characters in the story because I forgot that I read it.
Oh,
It didn't hold
Wow.
space in my mind at all. Like even at the end, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel dissatisfied. I just didn't feel anything about the characters or the conclusion or the story that I read. Kind of left a blank space in me. So I was really at a loss as to what I was even going to say about these characters because to me, I think I've read so many books with characters that are doing so much that reading this book, which I mean, the writing wasn't bad, the storyline wasn't bad. It was just very basic and it didn't have a lot of actual I don't want to say that. It didn't have a lot of meat and potatoes in it, It was a very simple meal.
Yeah.
And I like more seasoning and more food in my food. So,
Yeah, you like
it was
a
like
book
a nice,
that's like 900 pages, and
it was
this
like a
was
nice
like
brothy
less than
soup,
300. You're like, thank you for the miso soup before the meal. That's what you.
basically,
Yeah.
It was
with
just an
like very
appetizer,
light
wasn't it?
tofu at the very
Yeah.
least. Like it doesn't even
Yeah.
have a lot of tofu in it. So I was just like, okay. Were there sex scenes? I don't know. I don't remember.
They were.
I don't know because I don't remember any. I didn't even remember the characters' names after I finished it. Like immediately after, it just went.
That's
Or
fair.
maybe I'm, getting old. I don't know, but I mean, you guys said a lot about how I felt about Adam. I didn't not like him as much. I felt like he was the more level-headed character. I felt like they made him more calm and smart and intelligent and mature than they portrayed Tess. So it was interesting in that way, to where there was no, like, to me, push and pull. He was very responsible, very reasonable. She was, like, slightly dramatic, but at the same time, he was able to, like, calm her down without much drama. So it was just like, yeah, I'm here and I like you, and maybe we can do something when you're ready for us to do something. It's up to you.
It's up to you, but also I'm kind of talking to my ex-girlfriend. But it's up to you though.
But
Like,
he wasn't
whatever.
talking to her in like a in no way was he like, "Ooh, I want to get back with her." He was just like,
You know how mad I
so
would
like
be
the
though?
writer made
You know
like
how
a cop
mad I
out
would be
for
though?
him.
I would be absolutely pissed.
Well,
I
yeah,
would be like,
because of course
absolutely mad.
I was
Well,
like, boy,
Talk to me.
don't do this.
Talk to me when she's out of your
Don't
phone.
do this. But they made it like no drama. They were
Talk
like,
to me when
he's
you've
just
blocked
like,
her. Thanks.
hey, I just need to talk to her about this. It's nothing serious. I'm going to tell her immediately when I see her that this happened, and
like,
I talk to her
we
and
good.
why.
We don't need her.
Yeah, whenever you're done with that, you let me know.
And it still was never a problem.
Whenever
So
you're done with
like, he was just
you let
there.
me
He
know.
was a guy. He's like, these are my thoughts. I'm going to do something kind of stupid. I'm going to say stupid stuff. He never got in trouble for it. Like, he never, like, it was never a thing. It just got like, okay, that happened. Like, she didn't even really get mad about him, like, answering the phone and talking to his ex-girlfriend and saying all that stuff to her because he was like concerned. She was just like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. She was like, I feel something, but I don't know what it is. And I would say therapy to get in touch with your feelings. The
I
new
do
ones
wish
that
she
you're
blew up on
developing.
him like one time about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it was just
kind of
like,
do
it
wish
was
she
very,
did that a little bit.
like, when
She
I
blew up
say
on
slow
Abraham for
burn,
other
it
stuff.
was
Like, you can't blow up on
no
your like
burn.
maybe lover once.
Right. Even when she supposedly have heard them say like, "Never, I would never date Tess." Like, she was in the doorway, and it
She was
was
like,
it was
it's
just
cool.
like,
I wouldn't
but she
date
wouldn't
you
even.
either.
She was like, it's almost like she didn't even hear that part. She's like,
Yeah.
I want the empty, the empty
spot.
space.
He was like,
And I'm
that's
like,
what you got from
there's
that
no way you
conversation.
couldn't have heard that part and not the other part. Like,
But
it
I
was
think
all
that the
together.
writer probably
Selective
wanted it to
hearing.
be like not the drama. They didn't want her to be the drama, even though she was the drama.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a lot of drama.
Erratic
So it's just very
behavior.
simple. You know me.
Yes.
I like the drama. I like there to be like some spice. I like it to rile you
But
up.
also,
I like it to like
realistic too, because like there's like the fact that she didn't feel any, like, I would have felt some type of way, especially like knowing she had to have heard them talking about this ex-girlfriend.
I would have felt some type of way. I would have definitely said something that would have made him feel bad about it.
Yeah, I would have.
I would have.
I wouldn't just be like, okay. Like no.
You're right. You're like, you know what? I would have walked up there and been like, you're right. I would never have sex with you either.
Yeah, their banter was very not.
Anyway, like,
yeah,
there was like good opportunities that like could have been added to the meat of the potatoes and the dialogue of it
to make it more realistic.
Yeah.
Just like if you hear a guy say that about you, you wouldn't just blow it off. Like, well, I mean, maybe you might, but
you might blow him.
Especially when more you get into talking to them. You wouldn't just be like, "Hey, I heard you that time. You said you would never date me."
That would have been a good transition.
Talk to me, like
that's what I would say. Yeah. Be like, oh, now you want to talk to me? Now I'm not your friends. Oh, you want to talk to me now?
But then he was like,
cool.
I didn't know you thought I was attractive. And she was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I guess
and then I went to work the next day. That was it. I was like, okay. Nothing makes sense, but that's fine. But yeah, I don't even know what his body looked like. I did not even pick up on the like swimmer body, runner's body, or whatever.
Runner's body.
Not
a swimmer's body. Very different.
Book, these characters are floating like words in my mind. That's the kind of visualization I have when I listen to books and when I read them. So it takes a lot of description for me to pull a character into my head visually. So unless there's very strong descriptions of these characters, they're literally just like globs of words in my head. So
like I thought Tessa in my head, like before she was like, she's Latina, which she could be in the same particular.
I mean, she is. They said she was.
Right, but I mean, like in my head, I was thinking of her as like maybe like
I just thought she was white.
A nerdy white girl.
Yeah.
In my head, with like maybe she wears glasses, maybe she doesn't. She's got like
she wears glasses.
Maybe kinky hair. Like my immediate like, and I was like, maybe she's voluptuous because she stays at home a lot of the time. So I was like, maybe she's got a lot of curves. And they're like, no, she's got small chest. And I was like, oh, shrink the chest in my brain. I was like, she's smaller now. I was like, okay.
Like,
and they're like, and she's Hispanic. And I was like, oh, like, so maybe she doesn't look like that. And I was like, so it's hard for, like, I kind of hear what you're saying. Like, it's hard for me to really visualize what she really looked like in my head. Yeah. Like, it was kind of evolving. Like, with him, I feel like I got a lot more, like, ideas and more I could relate to maybe a real life person. But it was harder for me to figure out what Tessa looked like. So I wish we had a little more description there so I can kind of get a
Or a
handle
lot
on what she
more.
looked like.
A lot more.
Yeah, a lot more for you.
But yeah, those were my thoughts on Adam. I wouldn't drop my handkerchief for him just because I feel like he low-key threw some red flags. They were like orange flags, really.
He did. No, he threw some red flags. He did.
I
He told his
feel
ex-girlfriend
like
he loved her while he was trying to bang some other girl. That is a red flag.
I can get past that.
I would be mad. I'd be real
Well,
mad.
I mean,
We're talking about
I
this. We're
would
sitting down.
be upset, and we
Or I've
would
never talked to you
definitely
ever
have
again.
a conversation about it. But it's still an orange flag because he didn't mean it in the way you would think he meant it.
But he never explained that to me,
He didn't. You're going,
which is why it's a red flag.
This
And
is
I'd be
Brenda's
really mad.
logic. Okay, but
Yep.
I understood what he meant when he said it. So that's where I'm just like, it's an orange flag. It's an orange flag.
We're
because
not
I
friends with
understand-
exes in this house.
No, I'm not friends with my ex
That's
either,
facts.
but
That's
that's
facts.
fine.
We don't know them people.
Mhm.
We don't know
I
you.
don't- I honestly don't know that person. I don't know
They
their
don't
name
exist.
anymore.
Right.
They're
So-
judging me.
Yep.
But he was still like, kind of getting over that relationship.
Cool. Talk to me when you're done.
I mean, yeah, she should have been like, talk to me when you're done. But they didn't even have that conversation about,
No,
hey,
they didn't.
you're
I
kind
know.
of like still hung up on your ex. Like, what's happening here? Like, she's calling you. You're telling her you
Right.
love. Like,
Why do you have her number still on your phone?
Right. Like, are you guys still talking? Like,
because he was still like in love with her a little
he
bit.
was. He
like-
was hoping she'd come back.
Not, yeah. So there's that. But you said the best way to get over that is to get under somebody. So he's trying
Yeah.
to do your solution.
Yeah, but like, don't talk to them literally while you're on top of me. Like, I'm gonna say, like, don't do that right now. Like, we're literally in the middle of this activity, and you want to talk to your ex just to see if it works. Like, what are you doing? No, like, talk to her when you're done. Make mistakes. Like, we are the mistake making right now, and then you can talk to your ex-girlfriend how you feel about it.
Well, she
Not my
obviously didn't have
problem.
a problem with it.
Not in the middle of it. I'm not going to be your emotional coach while we're literally banging.
I mean, and that's fair. You shouldn't be. I'm not saying that
Starting
of
to
that
see the
is
red
correct.
flag.
you're
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
There was
I
definitely
mean, I
signs
didn't care
there.
for
Yeah.
him, but the more I hear Brenda's case, I'm like, yeah, he is a jerk.
Because, like I said,
Brenda's
don't get me
will
wrong,
make
there
you
are
angry.
things that I liked about
He's not
Adam.
shit.
I
He's not shit.
I
He's
get
not.
I get
Hot
some of the
shit,
things
that's
that I liked
right.
about him because I like that he was able to temper her in some
ain't
things
hot
which he needed to
shit.
be tempered and make her see some things differently.
I
And
didn't
I
even like
liked
those
those
things about him.
things. But that doesn't mean that he didn't have his own problems. And that's why I wish that we had seen him do a little more of emotional changes.
Yeah, there was no
towards the end.
character
He never got
development
any
for
real
him. The only
development.
change
Yeah.
that he made was going to the airport for her,
Yeah.
That's it, to fight for her instead of laying over.
which wasn't really fighting for her. He just was
No.
going to the airport to tell her that, hey, I like you.
Right, you should stay.
Yeah. But I mean, didn't he make a speech? He was like, if you want to go, then
Yeah, he said
we
he'd do
can
long
make it
distance
work.
if you went. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
Which I appreciate towards the end.
So
Yeah.
I
that
appreciate
so
that.
there
So it was like a little bit.
yeah.
There were some
A little
for
bit.
sure, but it
Crumbs.
was
We
just
got some
like
crumbs.
We
Yeah.
did. I wanted a sandwich, and I got
That's
the
all,
crust.
it was
So I
that
wanted a little bit
brothy
more.
soup. That's what it was.
Sandwich.
It was
There
a
was
little
no
skinny.
There's
Fish
no
Get a
filling.
sandwich?
thick sandwich.
A
Thick
nice,
sandwich.
thick, juicy sandwich.
Speaking of juicy, Dominique, let's talk about that spice level.
Good segue.
They've been flirting
That's a
this
great
whole
segue.
podcast.
They have been flirting.
This is not a flirt.
Dominique has been
is.
talking about Angel's delicious skin. Okay.
Angel.
That she wants to wear it. That's-
That's flirting.
it's all in the lighting. It's all in
Angel's
the
so
lighting.
beautiful.
She's dropping the hanky
It's
for
a
you
light.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Angel, I'll ring bells for you.
Ooh.
That's a nice sounding bell.
Yeah.
It is. I got that from church.
That's not a bell.
There's no church in this podcast right now.
I mean,
We're using it to regular
there's some books out there. That might
Yeah.
be one of our picks.
That bell should be like, you need Jesus bell.
Hey,
You
need
there's sex
Jesus.
happening in church. Ask the pastor's
Uh-huh.
kids.
Yep.
So Spice. Oh man. There was.
Do you
I
remember
just
it?
didn't feel it. I didn't like it was there. Like obviously there's this little little bit of push and pull.
Was it
There's
there?
no
It was like this.
make
Are
out.
you in? Like,
Yeah.
is it
That's
in?
literally
That's
how
what
I
it
felt. Like because there was like, oh, we make out. We're making out a couple times. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that thing.
I did
But
enjoy the making out. That was fun.
yeah, and it like I don't know, something about it just didn't make me invested in it. I guess we were talking about how there just hasn't been a lot. It wasn't a lot of like development with their relationship. Really, it was kind of like jumpy. So it just didn't. I just didn't
No,
buy
I
it. It didn't make me
literally don't
feel.
remember any of the scenes. Could
Yeah.
someone please like
The
I know they didn't they
they
have
describe
sex?
basically
one?
finally started having sex when the power went out. When all the
Yeah.
power went out, and
Yeah.
they were stuck
And they
and
made the
pulled
tent
outside
run.
And
the
it was the
bed.
classic one bed
Yeah.
situation.
And
Yeah.
then basically then all night apparently, and then they didn't go to work the next day because still power was out everywhere. So then
Yeah.
they did it, but it wasn't
Because she
described. We just know it
touched
happened.
his penis.
Yeah, it wasn't really described. It just we
Maybe
know it
that'll do it.
happened. Like the start of it, there it is. But so I would honestly say this was like a 4 to me. This is like
That's
a
high.
4. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice because I was like,
Don't be nice. Be real.
Yeah, be real. It's out of 10. I would have said it was a 2.
yeah, 2. I'm with you. 2.
Yeah.
It was just not there.
'Cause
It
it
wasn't
happened,
hitting. It
I
wasn't.
think.
It
I
wasn't.
think it was
happened.
more focused on
Yeah.
like the romancy aspect than the sex.
I didn't even get that
'cause-
though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The focus I think was more on like the push pull between them because there wasn't a lot of banging and it was mostly just making out. And so
Right.
to me that feels more like a romance style instead of like a romance erotic type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, but even in the push,
But you
pull,
could do
I
Fade to
wasn't-
Black, you
I
know.
just wasn't
Yeah.
even like feeling the push pull between them. It just
The
didn't
characters'
feel
chemistry with each other.
good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the chemistry just didn't feel like believable to me because I like the push pull in the sense of like the making out things was really cute. How it was like, oh, we're gonna do it now. Like
Right.
that.
I thought it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Just the chemistry just didn't. It felt like, it was like almost like just those bleeps. Bam, the kiss, and then no chemistry. Bam, a kiss, no chemistry. But, like it just wasn't connected all the way for me to
Mhm.
feel believed by it or feel like invested in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's fair.
I agree. All
So.
right. So now it's time for our WTF moments. Do you guys have any?
I got
Yes,
one.
no, maybe so. Okay, we'll go you, Dominique, first.
This I don't know if you guys. I don't know if it was just my book, but because I read it, not listen with the audio, like you guys, some of you guys. The transition, there was like 2 times in the book where like they jumped scenes, but it was literally like one sentence to next, and I was like, "What?
Yeah, I did
What
see
is
that.
this transition?"
It
I did see
confused
that.
me.
Yeah.
Like,
And you
I
were
was
like,
"What?"
Wait a minute. I had to go back. I'm like, okay.
I was walking, and it felt like I skipped in time. I
Yeah.
was like, "Where am I at? What is happening?" I got lost for a second completely. I was like, "Did I pause? Did I pause? And like it went forward?"
Like, here,
Yeah.
what's
When I
Yeah.
was listening to it, I was
This
just
book
like,
made me a time traveler.
I'm,
Right.
I'm already almost done with this book. Like, what just happened? With
it
the
was weird. It was like
Where am
they were
I?
talking about New Year's Eve. Like that was the
Right.
first weird transition. Was like, oh, you got planned? Are you? We're gonna work on the game. Which I'm almost like, girl, why are you not working on this game? But anyway, she's like, I'm going to a party.
She's like,
And
"I
then
gotta
he
go
was-
do stuff." I was like, "This is your project.
Right.
I'm over here
Right.
working."
Yeah. But then it was like, okay, and then bam, hey Adam, come on, let's go. And it was like he was at Jose's house or whatever, and I was like, what the?
I
Wait,
don't know.
what? Like,
I
it
wonder
got
if that
so
was
I think it
editing
would
and
have
there
been
was
fun
something
to like
that got
see how
taken
she
out of
felt
the
at the
story.
party, and then he would have like rescued her from like her not wanting to be there anymore. I feel like that would have been more fun. You know,
Yeah,
but we
it
didn't even
was
see the party.
weird.
It was just like done.
Yeah, I
And
think
they're like,
maybe
there's
there was
some
supposed
girl
to be
being a hoe in the corner, and I don't really like it. I was like, that's why I was like,
I was
why?
like,
Why are you
judgmental,
mad at that
ma'am.
one
Like
girl? Literally
she's
everyone
having
is hoes.
fun.
Why?
Leave
Why are you
her
mad at
alone.
It was weird.
Like,
But
it's
yeah,
your
that
party.
transition was a weird one for me. I was like, what is this? Like maybe there was supposed to be a space there, a really big
Yeah.
space, or a gap, and it just didn't come through when
Yeah, like they like maybe like even like the dot dots. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
they'll do like dot dots to like separate time and space. You know, you're going from one scene to the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird because it happened another time too, and I was just like, this is weird. So that was the only thing besides all the other things we've talked about this book altogether. And just yeah, that was just a really weird thing for me. And yeah, her not wanting to work on this thing where she knows it's a tight deadline. Why are you going to a party?
It was her
Why are
idea.
you going to a party? You
It
just
was
said
her
the
project.
deadline is tight. What you doing? What you doing?
That's where I feel like her youth and naivety like really came into play because she had
Yeah.
some very
Mhm.
unrealistic goals for herself and projects that she like pulled out of her butt. But I mean, they pulled it together. Brenda, what about you?
I don't know if I have a lot of what the F moments. I think just a scene that I think is really fun. It's not necessarily what the F, but
That's
like
fine.
one of my favorite like ridiculous scenes was probably that Abraham also dressed up as Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, he
And that
dressed up
was
as a Sailor Uranus.
yeah, which is really funny. And he
I
had
wish
like
they had a focus on that more too. It's just like
it was so funny. Like I
he's
was just
there
like,
and
that
Glossed
is
over that real
hilarious.
quick.
He
I like
had
the
the boots
description
on,
and his like
and
logic
he's
of
like, I
why.
tried to get the shoes, but none of them would fit. And I was like, oh my god. It
But
was
he
so-
really like went
it
through
was
the process
he
of trying to do
did,
it
and I was like,
because
that
he's
He wanted
proud
to
of
is
it.
make
so
it
funny.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that, and I was like, that's not what the F, but it's probably what like one of my favorite scenes
I mean,
in
what
the
the F
book.
can be like, what the fave, you know? It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what's your fave? That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Tia?
I have one scene. It is also a Sailor Moon reference. As you can see, I'm wearing the shirt. I had to listen to it at least twice. What she said that plasma power makeup instead of prism power makeup, and I was like,
yeah.
okay, I'm glad I saw that and I was like, maybe I just don't know it right. Okay, I thought I was tripping. I was like, that's not what she say. But I was like, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I've seen Sailor
I've never
Moon,
seen
so
it, so I didn't even
don't
catch
know.
it.
that's why I was like,
that's
maybe
what
I'm
it is.
just
I had to listen to it like twice, and I was
no,
just
she
like,
said
did she
that,
say
and I was like,
plasma?
that's not right. In my head, I was like, that don't
And then I
sound right.
googled it. I was like, I know I watched it like religiously
Moon
as a
Prism
kid.
Power.
Yeah, Moon Prism Power. I was just like,
Okay, I thought I was tripping. Okay.
Anyways,
Nerd.
I'm a
love
nerd.
it.
I
I
don't
love
care.
it.
Oh,
I know.
Brenda,
You're
such a
wearing the
bully.
shirt. I just like it a lot. And you're like, well, actually, I think that you actually, she doesn't actually say
That's
that
very
exact
important
wording.
correction, because what the is
Exactly.
plasma
Tia,
prism power?
with
I
the
was
glasses.
like,
Exactly.
all right, and Kat, what about you?
So, actually, you brought up a good point because I was kind of wondering how it worked legally to reference all of these video games and movies
Oh,
and
yeah.
TV shows. Because when Candy and I were doing the book, we had to be really careful. Like, if we made a drawing, it's like, oh, that's not, everything just like Sailor Moon. That's just a school uniform with jewelry, and you had to tweak
Yeah,
things.
you have to be very careful.
So
If you
I was
guys
kind
didn't know,
of...
Kat illustrated a book. She's famous and talented
Thank you.
and beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Definitely go get that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Talk about first conventions for kiddos.
Exactly.
And, we learned that you got to be careful with what you draw and what you write. So I was very surprised. I don't know how it works. Maybe just don't get caught. I don't know. But because I know a lot of people actually, they love their fans doing fan art and things like that. They see it as, okay, you love us and we love our fans, and they don't care. But people like Disney, I know they definitely crack down on it. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh
And
yeah, they don't play.
Yeah, they don't. And it's not a WTF moment. It was just kind of, I think, what triggered my concept of Adam not being hot shit was when they were having like a camaraderie building with her and the guys, playing games, drinking a lot. And he was like, oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. And I don't know about you guys, but I was seeing it as the guys were messing with her, trying to get her drunk. Because the next day was the challenge for Sailor Moon. She had to show up at work, hungover, and dressed up like a sexy character. So
But how does she not remember that though?
Yeah.
She doesn't remember that?
That's an important day. You got to know that you got to do
mean
stuff
like
tomorrow.
she was getting set up? Well, I mean, I guess I saw it as she underestimated how much she could handle, whatever. She was hungover. She felt like crap. And I remember her being like, do I have to do it? Which is a totally natural response and reaction. And then he said to himself, I would be disappointed in her if she didn't do it. And I don't know why that really bothered me, because if I had someone that I loved, or at least really, really cared about, I would be like, dude, you don't need to do that. Yeah,
He was
and then
very judgy
Nah,
in his head.
she
Like he
had to
didn't
do that.
say
Nah,
the
she
bad
had to
thoughts
do it
out
that
loud.
She had to do it though.
Yeah,
She
She had to
did.
do
she
it.
made a bet. She
A bet's a bet's
Well,
a bet.
he-
You
I
would have
think-
lost
I mean,
respect.
if she's one of the guys,
Mhm.
I
you
get what you're
guys
saying,
rule.
Kat, too,
You
for
gotta
sure.
stick it out. You
But
did
Well,
it.
it's like
They
They
also
make
she
stupid
asked
drug
she
bets
asked
all
a
the
lot of
time.
them. She asked
Like-
a lot of them, and they did it.
like
Yeah.
he
Free,
said,
basically.
he said, I would be disappointed, and then he said, but I know she would be disappointed in herself too. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but like when it comes to like you guys, my friends, people I love, I would be like, dude, don't torture yourself. I love you. You don't have to prove yourself to me. So when he said that, and
Totally
They're not her
get it.
friends.
I get
I
it.
don't know. That was my.
I get it. I get what you're saying, Kat. I get what you're saying.
But
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
made that bet, and
Yeah.
they came through. So she had to.
I would have told you to do it too. I would have been like,
And
you should
if
do
you
it.
need them
do
at
that,
the
dog.
do
I
it.
told,
You
I
should
told
do
you not
it.
to make
I
that
mean,
bet, and you made a bet. So
And you did it.
Mhm.
The bet's a bet.
Especially because I mean they came through on their end.
They
took
did.
PTO.
They
They
did.
Yeah.
spent like all day making a game that had really no benefit to them at all, besides
Yeah.
Maybe some
Yeah,
recognition.
they were getting nothing
Mhm.
from
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
were getting
Like,
nothing.
she
Absolutely
got out
nothing.
easy on the deal to
She
have
did.
to just
She really
cosplay
did.
as Sailor Moon. That's one of the easiest things you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but I get what you're saying, Kat. I do
Yeah.
definitely get it. But I think in that instance, it was like, girl, they came through. Like
They did.
They did it for nothing.
And that's their way of communicating to each other, to provide respect to each other. Is these weird ass bets, and that's what they
Weird
like
ass
to
which
do.
bets.
was something that they
Yeah,
followed up
got-
with
got
at
That's what
the
they like to do.
end
That's how they
as
did it.
well.
But he still
When,
ain't hot shit.
Adam had to follow through with his loss
And he
of the
did it.
bet.
He did it. And even when like she caught him on the cleaning thing at the end of the book, he was like, I'll be there. I'll be there
Yep.
to clean." So
Mhm.
it was like that's
Oh yeah.
they follow the bets. They
Yep.
you know.
It's a rule.
I don't care for him.
Yes,
Well-
weird guy rule.
Weird guy.
I mean,
rules.
yeah. They live by a different standard
They do. Yes, they do.
of the wild, wild west.
Mhm.
Yeehaw.
I didn't really have one either. I think that this was a good light read, especially like for a beginner, someone getting into, romance novels
For sure.
and book reading.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was like,
It was very cute.
it was a very good appetizer. I want to say that. Well, it was an appetizer. I don't want
Well,
to
there's
say very.
plenty more books. There's plenty more books to go
Which
through if you want to.
Yep, there is.
Yep. Yep.
And lots of people enjoy them.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They were good. It was a good story. The writing was good. It lacked a little bit of something for me, but that's because I've read so many darker and deeper books that my tolerance. I have a weird taste now. I've been converted.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good book. So thanks, Tia, for recommending it.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yay!
You're welcome,
And
guys.
we've done it. We've made it to the end. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Great? Feel like
Yeah.
going for a run
Yeah.
with Adam? Did he
No.
run it
Yeah.
all in the book, though, for
No,
his
he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. We all know that he's not actually, he doesn't look like that. She thinks he looks like a runner's body, but I don't think he actually does have a runner's body.
I think
I don't
a
think
runner's
she knows
body
what a
could look
runner's
like
body
a
is.
No.
lot of different
No.
things. I feel like it's a pretty average looking body for.
Yeah, it is.
That's
No,
why
I
I said
agree.
Corey. I said this could be Corey's body.
But Corey's not a runner at all. Like,
But he
No.
can have a runner's
he doesn't
body.
Look, I mean, he
He's
doesn't
like
look like
slim
he looks fit. He
and
looks
fit.
like, yeah, you know what I mean?
He
Yeah,
doesn't look like
yeah.
he, lifts
most runners
350
that I know that are
pounds.
like runner dudes, they're like lanky, skinny, but they got like almost no meat on their
I like
bones.
to say
They're just
skinny.
they're skinny. They don't have any meat on their bones like at all. Like they're just like skinny, like skinny.
Skinny.
There's all different types of runners. That's all.
They
I'm
are,
gonna
but I've
say.
seen plenty of other runners like
You're a
that
runner.
look all kinds of ways. So
Yeah,
people
you
can
look
look all kinds
great.
of ways.
Despite any
So
protest
it
that
would
I
be
have,
difference
because
of
I'm not a
like
runner.
if you watch track and field, it would be like the short 5K runners who have a little bit more meat on their body and they have like muscles and stuff,
Yeah, those
or the long
distance
distance
runners.
runner.
Like the ultra runners. Some ultra
Yeah,
runners
Thomas
are
was a
just like
distance
lean,
runner, which is why he was
Yeah.
like so
skinny.
fit.
Skinny.
Yeah.
skinny. I'm glad you guys like the way I say it.
That's a weird way to say that. All right, guys. We'd like to thank you for listening to the Damsels Never Finish podcast. Join us next time as we review Pucking Around by Emily Rath, chosen by Kat. Yay! If you like what you heard and you want to show your support and appreciation, you can via our Ko-Fi. You can also join our Facebook group for more spicy discussions. And don't forget to leave a like and comment on our YouTube page. If you have any book suggestions you would like to hear us review in the future, you can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and Buzzsprout at Damsels Never Finish. And as always, happy reading. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast was produced and edited by Tia, one of our wonderful hosts, and the audio engineer and music producer is Deathstroke Sound. Thank you for listening, and happy reading.